When Cade Cunningham got drafted #1 in 2021, the hype was wild. Scouts called him a savant-like guard, a pure game changer.
Fourth, Cade Cunningham with the basket. Hooks on the run, hits it. Count that baby, and a foul.
Everyone expected instant greatness, the next big franchise savior. But instead, 3 straight years of frustration. No Rookie of the Year. Injuries wrecked his second season, limiting him to just 12 games. And by year 3, he was trapped on a historically awful Pistons squad. 28 straight losses, a coach fired just 1 year into a massive contract, and a fan base too tired to even be angry anymore. Cade was putting up solid numbers, but nobody cared because Detroit had become a walking meme in the NBA. So when people suddenly started whispering MVP candidate this season, it sounded crazy. Like, really? That same dude from the 28-loss nightmare? We've seen this script before. Young star, bad team, gets a few flashy wins, and everyone loses their minds. But here's the twist. This time, the rest of the league isn't laughing. They're nervous, because Cade isn't just putting up stats anymore. He's taking over. What we're watching now isn't hype. It's a full-blown arrival of the kind of player you just can't stop once he locks in.
Big bucket there from the rookie. And Cunningham. And an emphatic finish. And the foul.
From the moment he went #1 overall, the signs were there. Not in the highlight reels, but in the dark moments. The ones where you're supposed to quit but don't. Cade's calm under pressure. The way he carries himself. The poise. It's rare, man. He's not built like Wemby. Not a viral phenom like Zion or Cooper Flagg. His strength isn't freakish size or social media fame. It's something deeper. Patience, control, responsibility. And that responsibility hits hard when you're a #1 pick. You're not just a player, you're a promise, the hope of an entire city. You walk into chaos and are told to fix it before the mess is even cleaned up. And Detroit, that wasn't just a rebuild. That was straight up rock bottom. They say you really find out who you are when life knocks you flat. Cade didn't just get knocked down. He stayed in the mud for 28 straight games. The Pistons kept losing, night after night, breaking records for all the wrong reasons. Yet Cade never ducked the cameras, never quit on his team. You could see it in his face, the pain, the frustration, the weight of it all. After loss number 25, he walked off the court holding back tears. But he kept showing up. Detroit finished 14-68, their worst record ever. But that brutal stretch did something powerful. It built the foundation. It turned Cade Cunningham from promising young guard into something much scarier. A leader forged in pure adversity. What looked like another lost season turned into something wild. Baby steps that suddenly exploded into real progress. Nobody saw it coming this fast. Last season, the Pistons shocked everybody with 44 wins, their first playoff run since 2019. And they even pushed the Knicks to 6 games in the first round. That wasn't luck. That was Detroit finally waking up. And instead of panicking or trading half the roster for some shortcut superstar, the front office stayed patient. They moved smart, not loud. They added the right kind of guys. Duncan Robinson, a sniper who can torch defenses whenever they collapse on Cade. Caris LeVert, a steady vet who can handle the ball, create his own look, and take some heat off the main man. Javonte Green, pure hustle, energy, and defense off the bench. These weren't flashy moves. They were intentional. Experienced voices around Cade, but still clear who the leader is. Detroit didn't chase a co-star who'd clash with him. They gave him the right pieces and told him, go cook. And man, he did. Now, there are no tears left in Detroit, only cheers. The Pistons sit on top of the Eastern Conference like they belong there. The only team with a better record in the whole league. The defending champs, Oklahoma City, that's insane. Their 13-game win streak from October 29th to November 24th tied a franchise record. And get this, it's the latest point in a season they've led the East since 2005, the same year they went to the finals. This isn't luck anymore. It's proof. Proof that Detroit's belief in Cade Cunningham wasn't misplaced. It was destiny. Because what they've got in their 6'6" point guard is a player who does everything. He's averaging 26.7 points a game, dishing out 9.7 assists, second only to Nikola Jokic. He reads the floor like a chess master, finds teammates before they even call for the ball, locks in on defense, and when it's crunch time, when the game slows, the pressure spikes, and everyone's heart rate jumps. He owns those moments. You can feel it in the arena.
Closer. 1:45 to play. 4-point game. Cunningham pulls and hits. Cade Cunningham, mid-range assassin.
But what makes him special isn't just the box score. It's the energy he brings. Cade's unselfish to the core. He doesn't chase credit or act above the team. He keeps everyone level. And that's why his teammates ride for him. They want to play for him. They believe. Head coach J.B. Bickerstaff said it best. He can eat without taking food off your plate. That's leadership. That's family energy. And the crazy part, the roots of all this came from pure pain. The 2023-24 season, one of the ugliest years in franchise history. A year so brutal it almost doesn't feel real. Cade's shin fracture the year before limited him to just 12 games, and when he came back, Detroit fell apart again. 28 straight losses. But even then, Cade never stopped grinding. While the walls were crumbling, coaches fired, confidence gone, the whole building drowning in losses, he stayed a flicker of light. During that nightmare stretch, he was still the best player on the floor most nights. He dropped 43 points one night, 41 the next, threw up 33 twice, and hit 31 three different times. Across that losing streak, he was still averaging nearly 8 assists per game. Like the chaos didn't touch him. Everything around him fell apart. The coach, the front office, even the fans' faith, but Cade stood firm. Monty Williams didn't survive that storm, getting fired 1 year into a $65 million deal, but Cade did. And the way he handled that brutal season, that's what transformed him. From a talented young guard into a cold-blooded franchise leader. The consistency, the leadership, the flat-out refusal to fold, that's what flipped everything for Detroit. That mindset, that calm in the chaos, is what put the Pistons on this path. At the very least, they came out of that dark stretch with one undeniable truth. They found their guy. The face of the franchise, the cornerstone, the dude you build everything around. If last season was Cade Cunningham's breakout, his all-star, all-NBA playoff moment, then this season, it's evolution time. He's not just starring anymore, he's commanding. Watch Cade now. The way he runs the game looks effortless. His flow is so smooth it's almost hypnotic. He doesn't hog the ball unless it's absolutely necessary. He lets the moment tell him what to do. When he runs a pick and roll, it's not just athleticism, it's art, the timing, the patience, the control. He waits until the defense shows its hand, then hits them with the perfect read. Sometimes he'll give up a good shot just to create a great one. That's not luck, that's basketball IQ on another level. That's the gap between being a scorer and being a floor general. Cade's both. Even though he's a natural bucket getter, he's stayed at point guard all 4 years of his career. And this season, his passing has leveled up into something special. You can see it in the stats. 5.6 assists as a rookie, 6 the next year even with injuries, 7.5 during that brutal 2023-24 season, and now he's averaging over 9 a game while leading Detroit right back into the playoffs. And he's still keeping that same energy this season too. But Cade isn't just setting people up, he's dominating everywhere. Career highs in points, steals, blocks, and three-pointers. He's filling every gap on the floor. His rise is the Pistons' rise. His rhythm is their heartbeat. Last year, they won more games than the previous 2 seasons combined, and now they're staring at something that used to sound like a joke, becoming the team to beat in the East.
Cade stops topside, fires for 3, and it's through. Count that, baby, and a foul. A chance for a 4-bagger.
Cade already proved he could score. Now he's proving something even scarier. He can control the whole game. He's running a contender like a seasoned vet at an MVP caliber level. Sure, he might not actually take home the trophy this year. Nikola Jokic and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander are on monster runs. But Cade's name is officially in that conversation. According to Fox Sports, he's sitting 3rd in MVP odds at plus 1,800. And he's earned every bit of it. He even snagged Eastern Conference Player of the Month for November, dropping 26.7 points, 6.2 rebounds, 9.7 assists, and 1.5 steals a night. What's wild is he's doing all this while shooting slightly worse than last year, which means if his efficiency ticks up even a little, we could be watching history unfold. He's one step away from becoming just the 8th player ever to average at least 28 points and 9 assists over an entire season. That's all-time stuff. And when he's on the floor, the numbers back it up. Detroit is 9.9 points better compared to when he sits. That's superstar impact. He also leads the squad in minutes at 35.6 per game. Nobody else even breaks 30. The team runs through him, period. Every possession, every run, every comeback, it all flows from Cade. His teammates feel that. Isaiah Stewart said it best. When you are the head of it, you've got a lot of responsibility. He shows up for us every single game. That's a lot on his shoulders, but he's built for it. That's respect, and you can't fake that. Even after Detroit's 6-game playoff loss to the Knicks, Cade wasn't satisfied. He didn't celebrate making it. He wanted more. A championship, not a participation trophy. While most 24-year-olds would have hit the beach after dragging a franchise out of the basement, Cade hit the film room instead. He rewatched every playoff game, every one of the final 28 regular season matchups, taking notes, analyzing where he could sharpen his game, how to be more efficient without losing that edge. The stats already said plenty. First-time All-Star, 7th in scoring at 26.1 points, 4th in assists at 9.1, and in the playoffs, nearly averaging a triple-double, 25 points, 8.7 assists, 8.3 rebounds. But Cade didn't look at what he did right. He zeroed in on what went wrong. He shot just 17.9% from 3 during that series, going 0 for 3 in Game 4 and 0 for 8 in Game 6. He also averaged 5.3 turnovers per game, stuff most players would ignore after a strong postseason, but not Cade. He didn't tear everything down. He fine-tuned it. He linked up with Hall of Famers, reworked his shot selection, increased his three-point volume, and cut down the mid-range stuff. And now, the results are popping off the screen. Detroit's not just an offensive machine, they're one of the league's best defensive teams. Cade's a big reason why, locking down as the primary defender and holding opponents under 44% shooting, that's serious clamp energy. But where he's truly separated himself, where he's flat out different, is in crunch time. Cade is now the betting favorite to win Clutch Player of the Year, sitting at plus 200 with a 33% implied probability. He's already passed SGA in the odds. Think about that. The reigning MVP getting beat in clutch performance by the kid who was leading a 28-loss team just 2 years ago. As of January 9th, Cade's racked up 98 clutch points, second only to SGA, while shooting a deadly 50% in those moments. When the fourth quarter hits and everything tightens up, Cade turns chaos into choreography. He doesn't panic, he probes, he doesn't rush, he resets. He's controlling the tempo like a conductor leading an orchestra. His fourth quarter field goal percentage, up 7% from last season. That's not luck, that's growth, focus, and fire all mixed together. Cade Cunningham isn't just leading the Pistons, he's redefining them. Cade's turnovers are down, and the way he's closing games now, straight ice cold. That veteran calm has officially arrived in Detroit. The Pistons finally have a real closer, someone who doesn't flinch when the game's on the line. And what's wild is how that composure has spread across the whole roster. The team looks organized, locked in, confident. The spacing's cleaner, the roles sharper. Everyone knows where to be and when to move. Duncan Robinson's getting clean, open looks from deep. Tobias Harris and Oscar Thompson are torching defenses that collapse on Cade. And Jalen Duren's getting easier touches inside than ever before. Even the second unit is thriving because Cade sets the rhythm. That pace he controls, that's what's turning this team into something bigger than just potential. This is what real growth looks like. Talent with structure, swagger with discipline. It's an identity that actually holds up when things get tight. Because when the pressure's on and the game slows down, everyone in the building knows exactly who's in charge. Cade Cunningham. And that's why the league isn't doubting Detroit anymore. They're watching. Cade's not just having a good season, he's proving every single thing those scouts said back in 2021 was real. It just needed the right storm for it to come alive. That brutal rebuild, the losses, the injuries, that 28-game nightmare, none of that broke him. It built him. Those years weren't a failure he had to survive. They were the foundation for who he's become. Now the rest of the East is on alert. Detroit isn't a cute story anymore. They're not the underdog you root for because it's wholesome. They're a problem, a real one. The kind of team that can walk into your building and ruin your season before you even realize what happened. So, what do you think? Is Cade Cunningham already playing at an MVP level, or does Detroit need to prove more before that talk gets real? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit that like button, share this video, and don't forget to subscribe. Tell me how far you think this squad can go. And if you're feeling the energy, check out one of the other videos on your screen right now. See you on the next one.